Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, let's jump on and see if we can get let's see if we can just have a look into the energy for this week, maybe what to expect. Um, so let's put last week in the past and let's just see if we can have a fresh week of energy. After yesterday's reading, it was looking as if not really knowing what's going to be going on this week. And it said that you'll know more in the morning. So let's see what that was all about and if the cards want to tell us or what they want to tell us. So we're using the Witch's Tarot. We've got a Page of Swords. This is somebody who is surveying, okay. He is wanting to communicate. He looks guarded. Okay, so we've got a masculine here who's looking guarded. What's he protecting? Looks like he's ready to swipe. It's like I'm going to swipe if I'm attacked. Okay. Knight of Cups. But the Knight comes in with an offer of love, an apology. He's coming out of like the storm. He's not rushing. Actually, the horse is there just contemplating before like the next move, like crossing the river. To the Queen of Pentacles. There's an offer coming in of love, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. She's stable and secure, nurturing. So she feels like home. She's got red roses behind her. So she's valued, she's loved and adored. There's somebody here who's actually surveying a situation about offering this Queen of Pentacles love, but it's his guards up, which makes me feel that he's fearful of rejection. Okay, because this is an immature energy, and then we have a loving, a bit more of a mature energy. Okay, so it's like reactions are maybe testing, which means you could respond quite quickly, easily. But then we have this mature energy of wanting to actually bring this love towards a very mature feminine here. Six of Wands. So this person's returning. They have changed. They're wanting to be recognised and feel worthy, but they have a guard up. Okay, so they're not sure of the reaction. But it's like they're coming with, like I said, there was respect for this feminine. So it's like they are coming in respectful, even though maybe, because that page is immature, the communication may not come across. So maybe a struggle here to actually be able to communicate. There's a wanting to communicate. Could be at any time. The Page of Swords can be impatient, which can cause words to come out maybe, I don't know, mixed up. So this page is not looking for any kind of misunderstandings. He's quite serious. The Eight of Wands communicating. It's a card of your manifestations. Coming into reality. For the Nine of Pentacles. So this Queen of Pentacles is independent, single, most definitely divine feminine, masculine energy. So here's the feminine here. But there's a respect here of the Queen of Pentacles. So the Tower. That means this situation has to be addressed. The universe is saying it's time. So the universe has done what it's needed to do. I want to say to initiate communication. It's the only major arcana as of yet. So what the universe is saying is it's time to address. We can always read the meaning of this card in a minute. I think we will. The Four of Cups is about someone being stubborn, dwelling on past events. They're unhappy, but they are closed off here. So this unhappiness needs to be dealt with. The next card is the Eight of Swords, which is the feminine here who's kind of in the dark. So she's just kind of kept within that circle there. She can wiggle out. If you have a look, that sword there's like kind of directly in front of her. It's like she's following her intuition. Oh, I want to get one more row. It looks like it's really like misty in the room. Like I've been cooking. Okay, interesting. Let's get one more row. Doesn't look like it on camera though. But when I looked up, the air looks misty. The Knight of Pentacles. In he comes, slow and steady. Okay, so it feels like this has been a long time in planning. It's definitely about kind of guarded, because this has taken a lot to actually communicate this love towards this Queen of Pentacles. But there's definitely the maturity here. And we have the Chariot, so a nudge from the universe saying it's time to go. It's like you've got the strength, the willpower to do this. It's about succeeding, charging after your dreams. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. So this was like I said, it's like it's been planned. Maybe what to say. Has it been scripted? He's writing down something here. It's at night time. It's definitely, I want to say a declaration of love, because in this whatever you want to call it, decanter, is bubbling away this, I want to say this green love, this like a potion, like a spell, intoxicated. What's the bottom of the deck? End of the road here for a masculine. So it's time to try a different approach. When you've got 10 swords in your back, it means that what you've been doing hasn't been working. And it's kind of, you get up, you go again. It's on the 11th try, there you go. There's no 11 swords in your back. It's like, that's the end of it. Right, let's get these clarified. I'm going to use the Psychic Tarot. I know I was going to read that Tower card, but maybe at some point. It's not wanting to be read right at this moment. So the Tower and the Chariot are the two major arcanas that have shown up, which is meaning, you know, the universe is saying it's really time to address this now. We've got moving on, obstacles and challenges, and suffering in silence. So the moving on, I'm going to say, is clarifying this Page of Swords. So wanting to move on, leave things in the past and move towards the light. Like I said, he's guarded. In that card, moving on, you can feel quite embarrassed. Normally, he's holding a watch there, so it's like it's time. But normally in the Six of Swords card, the hood's up and you're kind of wanting just to leave the past in the past. that could be why that energy is feeling a little bit maybe jumpy, defensive. It's like it's taken a lot to come forth with this love. So the Knight of Cups, and we've got the obstacles and challenges. So I want to say there's kind of more to tell about the journey of actually getting to where this knight's got to actually express this love. If you're moving on from challenging times, it means that things have been quite tough, and needing to speak about them can make you quite touchy. So it could be quite raw. There you go, but there has been obstacles and challenges here. Mental conflict, most definitely. So it's kind of like with the Five of Wands, it's normally petty battles, but there definitely has been obstacles and challenges. And because there's an immature energy, could have all got a bit out of hand. But in comes the offer of love, and then we have this Queen of Pentacles who is respected, and what's come out to clarify is actually she's been suffering in silence. She's not aware of maybe of what's going to be spoken. Hence why this masculine energy here is feeling a bit jumpy. But it's seeming like he does want to actually communicate quickly. There is here, there is respect. There feels this element now of having more self-worth for this masculine. So he's coming back actually wanting to be maybe recognised for his part of the journey. Because if you have a look here, he's kind of ready to talk about that. Let's get a clarification for the Six of Wands. So it's as if this masculine energy is feeling proud of himself. And I want to say he's kind of hoping that the Divine Feminine here is feeling the same and sees what he's been through. Firm foundations. So the work that he's done to ground himself, to kind of address that mountain. He's probably had to kind of climb a few mountains. It's definitely coming back from somewhere. So firm foundations is the Four of Pentacles. That's about grounding yourself, working on your stability. Got the Eight of Wands, is communication, travel. About wanting to join partnerships. Now it says reward and recognition. It's the Three of Pentacles, about working with like-minded people. But there is kind of a wanting to explain here. I said about the reward and recognition. He's maybe looking a little bit, I don't know, embarrassed, maybe shameful, apologetic. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is the Divine Feminine's energy, and she is stable and secure. Okay, independently. So let's see what wants to come out. Prosperity begins. So really that's the Ace of Pentacles. The 9 with the Ace would make the 10. It's about coming together now and building something new together. Like I said, there's definitely security here. The Divine Feminine's being viewed as the Queen of Pentacles. It's just that she's actually isn't aware of this. Right, we've got the Tower. Let's see what wants to come out for the Tower. Triumphant success needs to be dealt with. It's a resurrection. So we've got this masculine here who's unhappy, still a little stubborn, okay, guarded. That's when you protect yourself. Look how the body language is. Okay, it's like self-nurturing now. Movement, choices and decisions. So it's like knowing it's decision time. It's about planning. Two of Pentacles, sorry. It's the Two of Pentacles. Oh, this is about balancing things out. Sorry, I thought it was the Two of Wands, but Two of Pentacles. So we've gone from the Ace to the Two, so now there's movement, choices, decisions in all areas. And just knowing that now, kind of that nudge from divine to get you moving. But that's the infinity symbol normally, doing the balancing act. Okay, Eight of Swords. I said it was like kind of following this sword. So the feminine here is following divine guidance. Yeah, it's like whilst the masculine here is in the void, it's the Eight of Cups. So the masculine energy has been withdrawn. You can see working here, meditating, connecting. Trying to make sense of, there's the handprints. I've never noticed that before. Are they footprints the other side? Yeah. There must be meaning behind that, because are they his, or footprints don't look like they're really going in the right direction. I'm not sure. I've never picked up on it before, so made me feel as if somebody was with the masculine, and I said that the feminine was here, following divine, like just going within. Maybe that's, you know, you've always got my hand. I don't know. It's like the support. It was something to do with footprints in the sand. How you're never alone. Okay, that's quite cute. So the Nine of Pentacles. Let's have a look at this offer coming in. Patience. Yeah, it's been slow. It needed balancing out the masculine, feminine energies, if you can look here. Temperance is about blending those two cups for reconciliation. It takes patience. Looks like that something there is really growing though. Something to do with the hands, isn't it? Because it's grown from her hand. It's very much on the feminine side as well. I'm not sure which side is which. It's kind of branching over. I just feel the feminine support here with the lilac colour, which is more about, you know, being awakened and being able to connect spiritually. It looks like kind of from her side it's been branching over onto the masculine side. That was with the slow and steady. It's been kind of a long time. Patience. But the universe is giving that nudge. It's saying, come on, it's time now. You've got the willpower. You can do this. And positive movement forward. Eight of Pentacles. Getting your head down now. Moving towards the light. Calmer waters there. A new dawn. He's coming through the sky at night. Picks up on that kind of energy of what's today, you know, after saying, you know, you're no more in the morning. I have a better idea. So Three of Pentacles, about coming into partnerships, working together with like-minded people. It's the same as this reward and recognition card here. We've got two. Okay, you're going through the change and the financial and material changes. So it's kind of, this is now crossing the threshold. I said that the horse was pausing here. And you can see that as well with the obstacles and challenges. He's just crossing over to the other side. And that's what the Five of Pentacles is. You cross over to the other side now. It's through the transition. And it says there's victory and success, which is that Six of Wands, which is the this card. It's like returning. kind of say returning rejuvenated. So, hey, victory and success. It's like you being proud of yourself here, like wanting to actually, you know, blow your own trumpet. Talk about the growth, the change, the transition. It's once you've been through it, it's an amazing story to be able to share with others, because it's kind of like once you start expressing it, you drop the fear of being able to talk about it, because you have to actually talk about your past self, which can be really uncomfortable for some of us that still haven't forgiven ourselves or don't understand the journey. So, okay, what's the bottom of the deck here? Light, seeing the light. Okay, it's the most positive card in the pack. So, the Sun card. Let's get some, let's get an enchanted map. One Ring Circus. Book. It's card number 15. You are capable and competent. Independence is key now as you step into your journey today. Others may not have the vision or resources that you need. Recognise that all the wisdom you've acquired along the way makes you particularly competent, capable of moving forward with assurance. Self-reliance is important. Another aspect to consider is creating and maintaining clear boundaries between you and another. You and another. Be discerning about your partnerships at this time. When you know who you are and have a healthy sense of where you end and others begin, you are able to enter into the best kind of relationships and will attract people who mirror back your wholeness. Interdependent relationships are always mutually supportive, stimulating, and transformative. You can achieve anything at this time. Okay. Let's get a message from the, what are these cards called? Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards. Fire Guardian, ignite your passions. Picking up on this creative energy, haven't we? Following your passion. Where's the book? $100. Okay, page number 100. Don't know why that amused me being number 100, but darts come to mind, but then I'm thinking I should be shouting, 180. But it was like it's two bullseyes, isn't it? Oh, okay. Connect with your desires. The sparks could lead to something beautiful. The Fire Guardian represents the angels of fire. Fire is an energy that many people are afraid of, but shouldn't be. Burning desires can lead to great expansion. Allow the Fire Guardian to help you awaken a wilder side of yourself and burn away any fear or shame that stands between you and your desires. When this card appears, you are reminded that passion is powerful and absolutely encouraged by spirit. You are being guided by your angels to connect with the powerful energy of desire at this time. If you have recently set an intention to explore your sexual side or become more sexually open, the fire of desire can burn away any old setbacks that are preventing you from expressing that part of your nature. If you are in a relationship, this card can indicate a great spiritual and sexual connection. Okay. One ring circus was stuck to my elbow. Okay, I feel like I don't really want to add much to these oracles today. I'm just going with the flow. What else have I got on the table? Should we pull a Divine Feminine card? Yeah, let's pull a Divine Feminine card. We're out for a reason. Mary Magdalene, the apostle to the apostles. I am the bridge between heaven and earth. I am fully human and fully divine. Okay. So this is the counterpart, the divine counterpart for Jesus, Mary Magdalene. Okay. Let's find out where you are in. There she is. Okay, let me just find what. Oh, she's number 1. Mary Magdalene embodies the capacity we all have to merge with the soul and receive divine guidance through a love that never ends. Mary was born in the 1st century in Magdala, Israel. She was the first to witness the resurrection, and for this reason is revered in Christianity as the apostle to the apostles. That's interesting, seeing as we're talking about a divine connection here, and with she was the first to witness the resurrection. Okay. In the meaning of Mary Magdalene, author and priest Cynthia Bourgault relates to the Gospels of Thomas, Philip and Mary Magdalene. All reveal Mary not only as Jesus' beloved companion, but also as an equal partner in teaching and transmission. Bourgault believes that Mary Magdalene's Gospel contains a secret teaching that Christ gave to Mary so that she could pass through the 7 stages to reach the soul, or the nous, which is the highest point of the soul. And it is this union with her soul that allows Mary to see the risen Christ. In classic iconography, Mary Magdalene is associated with an egg and the colour red because of the Eastern Orthodox legend. It says that she used an egg to teach the court of Tiberius Caesar about resurrection. Caesar doubted her and responded that a person could no more rise from the dead than the egg in her hand turned red. The egg turned red immediately. Legends relate that Mary then travelled to the south of France to escape persecution and to continue her ministry. It is believed she lived the last 30 years of her life in the caves at Saint Baume. There she met with Christ, with a love that inhabits the human heart, but that lives on beyond it. Okay, so when your soul selects her card, Mary Magdalene represents the fierce, unwavering love that we all have access to within our own vulnerable hearts. It's a love that renders all things sacred, from the animals to the angels, from the poorest to the most powerful. It's a love that sees the inherent worth of all things. And it's a love that remains even through the darkest times, even through death. Her love is the one that resurrects. The Gospel of Mary Magdalene relates that Jesus came to unite us, to demonstrate to us a true human being, meaning a person who is both fully human and fully divine. This is what Mary became, and it's why she was so beloved to Jesus. She didn't seek to follow him, she sought instead to become her true self. Mary Magdalene reminds us that we have the power to receive vision from within. We are worthy of such proximity to the divine because that's the other half of what it means to be truly human. She reminds us that there's a bridge between heaven and earth and that we are that bridge. And she wants us to remember that the truest church we can ever enter is in the heart. This is where our true power rests and where love never ends. Soul Voice meditation, where has my love not yet reached? Intention, I am the bridge between heaven and earth. I'm fully human and fully divine. Wow. I spoke about, hold on, where's the card? The footprints, not being alone, the visitations that she would have with Jesus. Okay, it's like she's the one that believed in Jesus and she then went on. But kind of like the whole deal was about, she found her true self. That she became fully human and fully divine. That is what Mary became, and it's why she was so beloved to Jesus. She didn't seek to follow him, she sought instead to become her true self. So there's definitely independence here of the divine feminine. Okay, that's an awesome card to pull. Wanted to sing out loud then, like, Jesus Christ, superstar. Okay, I think there was more I picked up on that, but it's not coming to mind, so I'm not going to delve any deeper. I do want to get an angel prayer oracle card. I want to get used to using these new cards as well. Trying to change the cards that I use. Okay, let's see what wants to come out. Synchronicity. Thank you, angels. I trust your well-timed guidance and signs. Said the universe for saying the tower's here. I'm going to read the tower card now. Oh, we've got the yin yang. It's perfect. Let's read this tower card. And then we shall read the synchronicities. Where's the tower? The tower card illustrates that there has been a dramatic revelation or a sudden change of plans. Stormy dark skies surround a tower that sits high on a cliff. Lightning snakes down from storm clouds and strikes the tower, knocking a crown off the top. Within the tower a fire burns, which cleanses and transforms. Two figures fall from the tower and they are tumbling headfirst. This shows us that this event is completely out of their control. The tower symbolises our ambitions, while the ruby-studded crown represents the ego. Let me just come in a bit closer so you can see. In magical traditions, rubies are used to intensify awareness. The lightning bolt in this scene represents that there is now a flash of insight, and the bright light of truth will illuminate any questionable situations. Blocks are being removed and negative energy is finally being broken through. Transformation is occurring. Re-evaluation is necessary at this time. You are being forced out of your comfortable little world Now you will have to deal with the aftermath. Okay, so the Tower card is all about a shocking revelation or an event that forever changes the way you see yourself and the people around you. This is not necessarily a negative thing. Now that all of that built up pressure has been released from the Tower, the fire inside will both cleanse and transform it. Shocking secrets are uncovered. You may take a blow to the ego, but you will survive your tumble. Change is coming, and it's going to be dramatic. The spiritual blocks or obstacles you once faced are now removed. What you learn will end up being helpful in the long run. So the keywords: change of plans, revelation of secrets, upheaval, a blow to the ego, situations coming to a head, reevaluation, dramatic change, the removal of blocks in your spiritual path. That's the resurrection. So let's have a look at this synchronicity. There is a reason for some of the experiences you've been going through recently. There are no coincidences in life. Everything is perfectly timed by God and the universe. So trust that your angels are sending you divine guidance through the information and people coming into your life at this time. There is positive guidance here for you. Trust the process and the path that is being shown to you, as it will take you forwards one step at a time until you're where you need to be. The angels of synchronicity are here to guide you and remind you of their presence at the perfect time. It's like you're not alone. That's what I kind of felt. So, again, there is no such thing as chance. All is guided. If you come across an opportunity that is perfectly timed for you, know that this is the work of angels. There are no coincidences, only God incidences. God and his angels send in signs and messages through people and situations that seem perfect for what's happening in your life now. If you've been waiting for the perfect time to begin or even end a project, know that there are synchronistic events occurring right now to show you the truth of the situation. Right, we're going to have some archangel guidance, and then I'm going to end on a Mother Mary card, of course. We've got Mary Magdalene, so we're going to tap into Jesus' mum, Mother Mary. Okay, archangel guidance. Clairsentience. Notice your reoccurring physical and emotional feelings as they signify divine guidance. Okay, let's read it. Synchronicities. Trusting your intuition. This nudge from divine. Please honour your feelings. Don't be afraid of deep emotions or intense feelings. I can help you distinguish between your own feelings and those of others. I'll also help you clear any energies you may absorb. I'll guide you towards people, situations, and places with clear and loving energy. Your repetitive emotions and physical feelings provide important information. So please notice and follow these feelings. They're answers to your prayers. Ask me to help translate confusing messages so that you'll clearly know which steps to take. Okay. Let's get another one. Oh, okay, sorry, my hair's tickling me. Peace comes from remembering that only love is real. So let's bring some peace to this situation. Okay. It's looking like that's what this masculine's really looking for. Look past the surface of this situation and see the underlying truth that everyone involved is a child of God, filled with love. By focusing upon this truth, you elicit loving behaviour and solutions. Even though appearances may seem otherwise, trust that a higher wisdom is in charge. Love is the only power that exists, and its light shines away any seeming darkness. Hold the intention to look for examples of this light within yourself and others, and you'll have more light in your mind, heart, thoughts, and life. This knowledge is the foundation of peace. So working with Archangel Chamuel, when you wish to feel more centered, calm and peaceful, call upon Chamuel. He is the Archangel of personal and global peace. He's very kind, loving and sweet, and he'll evoke a pleasant feeling of excitement when he works with you. Know that Chamuel sees your true qualities and loves you unconditionally. It's kind of really this support here. It's about having the confidence, really. Finding the peace within, knowing your own worth. Let's end on a Mother Mary card because I've come over really tired. So let's get this wrapped up. Okay, let's finish on this message. Our Lady of the Inner Gate. 19. Okay. My initiations are sacred, and no matter what appears to be happening in your life, I am behind it. I am always guiding you towards your heart, for within that sacred temple, the most precious treasure is kept. To obtain that treasure, you will need courage, trust and faith. I bestow my grace willingly upon you, my child, without restraint. You must provide the trust in me that gives you courage to take the journey. Your reward shall be riches beyond all imagining. There is a teaching that it is easier to be grateful during a feast than a famine. In a similar way, perhaps judging on appearances alone, it can be easier to feel the presence of the divine behind the happy events of our lives, or strokes of luck and good fortune, rather than in the challenge and loss. Yet the Mother instructs us that she is just as much behind the challenges as she is behind the more obvious causes for celebration. Kind of just shouting out the tower. Out of your control. Okay. How can this be? In her wisdom, she knows that of which we are capable. She knows she knows what our heart can handle, how much heartbreak we can bear in order to grow our heart into a powerful vehicle for divine compassion, bliss and wisdom. She knows that sometimes the happier path will be of great benefit to us. She also knows that at other times, being granted all that we want in a way that we think we want it would actually prevent us from fulfilling our divine destiny and receiving our full spiritual inheritance. Whilst there will be many times in her journey with us that she guides us along a joyful path, there will also be times when her guidance leads us straight into what we most wanted to avoid. That might be loss or challenge, or a letting go that requires greater trust than we have ever had to summon before, or a need to endure a great confusion as we let go of a life too small for us. When we grow through the transition into the larger life awaiting us, We will grow through, sorry, not when, we will grow through the transition into a larger life awaiting us. What gets us through these initiations is the understanding that she is not trying to harm us or punish us, but to bring us to life. Our Lady of the Inner Gate comes to us with a message. We are being initiated into the power of our own hearts. The heart creates a powerful magnetic field that can be felt within us and around us. As we grow spiritually, the electromagnetic field of the heart grows too, and our energetic influence can become important, not only to immediate family members, but to whole communities with which we are involved. We can continue to grow in that in that heart power, and become influential and sustaining to the world around us. This can even operate to the point that a country we are travelling in at any given time will be impacted by our heart field through which the Mother's grace can flow. Whatever is happening in your life at the moment, whether joyful emerging or a challenging descent into facing a fear, know that it is an initiation into your heart power. We move through these initiations by not resisting them, by staying present and being with what we feel. This might seem impossible, and yet it becomes possible with practice, let's get my words out, practice, patience, and a willingness to trust that it isn't some random suffering to try and get out of as soon as possible, but a pathway that is leading us somewhere truly valuable. Even if we are in dark times, we can know that Our Lady of the Inner Gate is guiding us, keeping a watchful eye on us and a guiding hand at our backs, so that we can find our way into the deeper chambers of our hearts. It's that hand at the back here. It's like someone sitting behind, one hand on their back and then kind of resting maybe their own body. I don't know. Okay. This oracle heralds a time when you are growing in spiritual power. Whether you're aware of this consciously or not, you are becoming a person of increasing energetic influence. If you have some natural sense of spiritual responsibility, you may worry about this, wondering if you are always putting out constructive vibrations. Do not fear. You do not have to be perfect. You just need to be yourself and trust. It is your trust in the divine that brings the most power to your heart, emanation, and the most healing to the world around you. It is your willingness to experience your life with growing trust that empowers the Mother to act through you and for others to be nourished by your presence. It is your trust that paves the way to the inner gate, opening it wide and allowing you to discover the treasure within your heart. It is the riches within that you are looking for always, even if you fantasize from time to time that you are desiring something else. Without the riches of the heart, anything else obtained soon enough shows itself to be an empty vessel. It is the fullness of life itself and all that it offers that shall open up to your heart as it becomes even more capable of receiving that precious gift through this process. Okay, there's a healing process and affirmation. Under a blanket of seemingly endless dark night sky, you wait patiently. A crescent moon softly glows, serene and pale. Suddenly, there is an explosion of beautiful orange, red, and yellow light, and the face of a beautiful woman emerges. She gazes down at you, starlight falling from her eyes into your heart. Receive this blessing now, and in your own time complete the healing with the following affirmation. The inner gate of my sacred heart opens as I am initiated through the heavenly light of the Holy Mother. Great blessings and treasures are bestowed upon me, which I lovingly share with the world in her holy name. Okay, I am leaving it there, guys. Right, I will catch up with you all soon, so have a fantastic day. Until then, take care. Bye for now.